Greetings fellow earthlings and welcome to part 3 of this Medieval 2 Crusades AI only campaign, where we play as rebels and we just watch their AI. A bit like a time lapse, but of course more details as we can see where all the armies are going, and it helps us understand why some reasons some decisions are made. Also, if you hear me crying in this video, I've just watched The Lord of the Rings again, and you know, do I have to explain anymore? So yeah, if you hear some throughout the video then, I'm just thinking about The Lord of the Rings. Yeah, let's continue. So starting this video off, we have some truces. Venice, who have the buggy AI army over here, still stuck in revolt, have signed peace with Byzantium, and Byzantium has signed peace with the Turks. That second one there, it's understandable, because Byzantium, they're nowhere near the Turks, so I can completely understand that. Also, I think, yes, Egypt is trying to take, no, Mongolia is trying to take Alexandria, so that would be interesting to see if they're able to take that. Byzantium and Antioch have signed an alliance. I don't know if you remember in the last video, but it was starting to get a little bit Cold War-like over here. Well, that's at least a feeling I got. I thought this was going to result in some massive war. But no. Also, if you remember in the last video, Antioch doing incredibly well. The Turks got destroyed but managed to come back a little bit. The Mongols just stormed their way through and basically finished off Egypt. Yeah, that's everything that happened in the last one. It was quite a lot, it was quite a busy episode. Let's hope this one's just as interesting. The Mongols are attacking Alexandria. And sadly they did lose, so they're going to have to retreat, and the rebels maintain their control over the settlement. Antioch and the Mongols have now signed an alliance as well, so yeah, that's interesting. I'm guessing then, like, the Mongols and Antioch like each other because they both hate the Egyptians, so it's like enemy of the enemy sort of thing. I'm guessing that's why. And it also looks like the Turks trying to reclaim some more settlements they lost to the Mongols. They lost a lot, quite a lot, and I don't think they'll ever reclaim it, but at least they're still trying, they're still doing well. They could potentially have a comeback, and of course they took the capital back in the last episode as well. However, they did actually fail to attack that rebel settlement, so they're going to have to retreat and try again someday. So, this once Byzantium settlement is now being attacked by the Venetians. I don't think they're actually going to take it. Oh, they did. They actually took it. So, yeah, that's Venice actually starting to expand a bit more now. That's the first settlement taken since Constantinople, which is interesting. And Antioch seems to have a bit of a rebellion issue down here. They sorted that out. Seems like the Kingdom of Jerusalem took Arsuf back from Egypt. Be interesting to see if they're ever able to take Jerusalem back and like rebuild their former empire. I don't think they will. I think if anything is going to fall, it's more likely to fall to Antioch. But who knows? Who knows? And the Mongols, are Jerusalem going to try and take Alexandria? That would be interesting to see. The Mongols, they're just hanging around defensively. Looks like they've got their eye on some Egyptian settlements, but they're not playing as aggressively as I would have hoped them to. And so it seems they actually failed this attack. Interesting. And they're actually at risk for Mongols now, because there's a few Egyptian armies around them, quite a big one here. I don't know if they'll be able to be strong enough to take the settlement, but they could definitely wipe out a lot of their armies and rebuild some armies and eventually take down the Mongol settlement. And it seems like this Jerusalem army here probably lost and got destroyed. No, actually they didn't fight, so maybe they disbanded or came into contact with the Egyptians, or I don't know what happened to them. They just disappeared one turn. Interesting. Banyas fell to Antioch. It was once Egyptian, not anymore. Yeah, Egypt's really taking a big hit now, and we've got basically no armies defending the front line. Like Jerusalem, one stack and weak walls, that's it. So anybody could basically move in here and claim it for themselves. And it seems like Egypt have done quite a brutal beating on the Mongols. The Mongols still only have one settlement. It is defended, but by the looks of that banner, it's all the way down to here. They're very weak, so Egypt, I think, could possibly destroy them in the next few turns, which will be very interesting and very surprising to see. I was expecting like the Mongols to take all this Egyptian land and just become the next big power. Didn't think they'd win. I thought Antioch would eventually like destroy them, but still. And Mongols and Jerusalem, yeah, so they've all just got some shared hatred of the Egyptians right now. But then again, how long are the Mongols going to last? The Turks are trying again to take this rebel settlement, and yes, they did it that time. So I thought for a second then all rebel settlements were taken. There's still Alexandria left. Alexandria left. Is that heretic alive? No. So sadly the heretic who was stuck in this corner of the map, sadly he has died now. RIP heretic. I want to see someone put that in the comment section. RIP lost heretic. There. Oh, and Egypt and the Mongols have signed peace. Big mistake, Egypt. You basically had them at this point. Big mistake, and you go and sign peace. Alexandria, the last rebel settlement. Who will take it? And how long will it be until it falls? Perhaps not as long as we thought. Egypt are attacking an army nearby. They destroyed the army, and now, ooh, Alexandria is undefended, and now the Egyptians can just walk in without even having to bother sieging it. I did not expect at all. So Alexandria has fallen to Egypt. They've managed to reclaim it. They still don't have Cairo yet, which is sort of what they need. It's their capital. But still. And that's all rebel settlements gone now. They were very lucky with that. They attacked the army outside and brought this army out and destroyed them all in one battle. That's like human player level tactics there. Venice and Byzantium have broken their alliances and are now at war, and Byzantium and Antioch have also broken their alliances but are not yet at war. So it'd be interesting to see some Antioch and Venice teaming up, sort of thing, to take down Byzantium. I think Byzantium will sign up from Venice. Yeah, they're not going to get reinforcements anytime soon, and Byzantium, such a large army here, then yeah, Venice is done over here. And it looks like they're interested in taking Constantinople back as well, which, you know, I hope they do. Something happened over here as well. I just saw in the corner of my eye a settlement fell. Antioch interested in Mosul there. Yeah, I could have been daydreaming, but I think a settlement fell. It might have been like this one or something. No. Could be wrong. Byzantium lost the battle over here and got pushed back by the Venetians, but you know what, Byzantium, they can afford to just keep on sending stack after stack for Constantinople, whereas Venice, they can't afford to just sit here and wait for all of Byzantium to just happen to die. They've got to move. Also, it looks like this Venetian army might have been hit. Actually, maybe not, but they did definitely lose Sinop, so they're back down to one settlement again. Right now, I think it's clear that Antioch are going to win this more than likely. Of course, there's still 80 turns left, but I think they are, just because they're so big, so powerful and all that. The only hope for the world right now is for the Turks and Byzantium to join an alliance and work together to bring down Antioch. Make them fight on two fronts, because right now Antioch, they just keep signing random peace deals with Byzantium to keep them off their back. They're going to expand, take all of Turkey, and then once they're ready, they're going to move up and do the same to Byzantium. And that's going to be it. They need to work together, they need to form up, maybe get Egypt's help as well, or I doubt the Kingdom of Jerusalem will join and go to war with Antioch, but still, that they need as much as they can get just to form some coalition. I understand that the AI is not smart enough to do this in Total War, so it's not going to happen, but I'm just putting it down now and saying that's what they need, and if they manage to pull it off by some miracle coincidence, they could actually bring down Antioch. And what I said is exactly what's happening. Not the plan the AI has to do, it's what Antioch are doing. They're just going to destroy Turkey. They've taken, they've taken Kermit from them, and they're just going to keep on moving south until they've destroyed the Turks. It looks like they're interested in taking Takrit soon as well. They've also got lots of troops around Mosul. The Turks, they're going to struggle. They need to get Byzantium involved. Byzantium don't have many troops around, but at least bring them fighting a war on two fronts, and yeah, that's what we need. It's going to be interesting to see actually how long the Turks last, because once the full might of Antioch comes crashing down on them, they're not going to stand for that many turns, I don't think. They've got like big territories, so I guess like this long bit of desert here will slow them down, but they've got these like paved roads. Their own roads are going to be the death of them. It's like Rome all over again, but in the middle of a desert with lots of camels. And there it goes, it's starting to happen already. Takrit has fallen to Antioch. The Turks right now are falling to Antioch faster and faster every single turn. It's just like accelerating the amount they're getting destroyed. And still, Antioch, they're only at war with, I think, Egypt and the Turks. So they do have Egypt to deal with as well, but actually they don't share a border with Egypt, so Egypt's not done bother. They're actually bothering with the Kingdom of Jerusalem, which by the way it looks like they're going to take Asif, and then they could probably cause some problems to Antioch, but you know, it's not going to be enough. They need Byzantium. And how's Mosul looking? It looks like they won a battle perhaps. This banner looks a little bit weaker than it was earlier, but still Antioch can just throw whatever they want into this. Good luck AI, good luck. Weirdly, Asif, the castle, is holding out longer than I thought it would. They must have had some like Antioch or Jerusalem reinforcements somewhere that's helped save them. But yeah, they actually managed to hold off the Egyptians. And yeah, maybe they might survive longer than I thought. And these two Turkish boats still here in this tiny, tiny lake. Wonder how long they're going to last. Byzantium still trying to cross over and take Constantinople back from Venice, but it just keeps ending with them dying, so I don't know if they're going to keep on bothering. And the Venetian army that was around here, I can't see it anymore, so I'm going to assume that it got killed. Yeah, there's so many Byzantium soldiers here it wouldn't have survived, so we'd have got to them eventually. Mosul is under siege by a lot of Antiochian troops. Antiochian, is that right? Antiochians? I don't know. I don't know what to pronounce them. Mongols, they seem to have rebuilt their armies a little bit. They're probably going to like try and go for Egypt again soon. They're not like big armies, but you know, they're scattered around. It looks like they're prepared for some sort of weird maneuver, or I don't know. Maybe the AI is just stupid. Yeah, I can actually believe that the AI is just stupid, and that's it. Constantinople has, Byzantium have crossed over the river, and are now in Europe. Can they take Constantinople back? They've got the armies, I think. That's going to be interesting to see. Ooh. I don't know if you saw that on minimap, I just caught it then with my corner of the eye. This settlement here, that's been part of the Kingdom of Jerusalem since the start, Karak, it's finally fallen to the Egyptians, so I finally managed to take that. I did not expect the Kingdom of Jerusalem to survive this long, but they have, and good for them as well, good for them. It seems like, yes, it does look like the Venetian army did get destroyed, or at least retreat a bit of it back to the capital. Byzantium now have enough troops to retake Constantinople and remove Venice forever. They have it under siege. The Mongols and the Egyptians have gone to war. I'll check that border soon. I just wanted to point out, Antioch failed to take Mosul. I'm guessing this banner does look a little smaller, so I'm guessing they're lost, but they can just come in with another army. Look, they've just got them completely surrounded. They're also pushing down further this way as well. I don't think they've got enough troops to take Baghdad there, but you know, the idea is that they've got troops, they're always pushing in every part of the map. They're probably going to take this as well. Yeah, it's not looking good for the Turks, but it's looking very good for Antioch. And meanwhile, on this front here, the Mongols, they have been unleashed, and it looks like they're going to try and take some Egyptian settlements. Or maybe fail like they did last time. That's a big chunk of land there that just fell to Antioch. Yeah, they did manage to take that. They're pushing a lot of troops down to Baghdad now. They really want to make sure that the Turks don't have the capital. And they've still got another like 63 turns to take it, so they've got the time. Got another army around Mosul there. They want that settlement as well. Interestingly, I forgot to point out that Antioch and Egypt do now share a border, so it's going to be interesting to see if the Egyptians are able to cause any trouble for Antioch. Looks like they are crossing into their land with an army here, but you know, more could come in the future and could cause some potential big damage for them. Oh, and Mosul just fell as well, I didn't notice that either, and I've just noticed another massive settlement. A massive settlement on this map has fallen. And it's not one that I've mentioned, it's Alexandria. I just didn't see that for a second. Looks like they are still interested in Baghdad, but let's take a look at this. Yeah, so the Mongols, they took Alexandria. It looks like the Kingdom of Jerusalem actually wants to take this for themselves, or are they going for Egypt? I don't know yet, it's not clear where they're going. They might just go for Alexandria, or they might move and take Santa. It's difficult to tell. I haven't heard from this part of the map in a while, and I can tell why. It seems like Byzantium lost the siege. I did see that we were starving them out for like 5 turns or something. There wasn't any point reporting on that, like every single turn, so I just ignored it. But yeah, it looks like they have just lost the battle and retreated. They're probably going to come in with more soldiers. This must be enough, this army here. This army was not involved in the battle. Emperor Tobromerus the Mad. Okay, that's not a title you want, the Mad, but yeah, I wonder if he's happy with that. It appears that the Turkish defence around the capital is holding out quite well. It did manage to push back the Antiochians a little bit, but I've said it before and I'll say it again, Antioch have soldiers to spare. A few battles lost doesn't mean anything. They're going to take it eventually, unless Egypt or Byzantium can get involved. And it seems like this Jerusalem army here has gone back onto a boat. Maybe they only came down for Alexandria and they're probably going to sail back home now. I don't know, the AI is stupid. That does sound like something they will do. Or perhaps they've disappeared, I can't see that big army. It's not on the boat, I just checked. Or maybe it's... ah, here it is. Oh, that moved fast. I know it's been like 2 whole turns, but... still, that's quite a long distance to go. They're going back home, I'm guessing. They could like just sneakily take Ascalon, or... probably not Jerusalem, because it does have a couple of big armies around, but... you know, they could do some stuff. And he's just staring at his old capital. I am actually starting to think that the title, The Mad, is a fitting title. If all he's going to do is stand there for years after years, winters and springs passing, and all he's going to do is stare at the capital. Yeah, he is mad. Do Venice still have a bugged army over here? Yeah, they've still got an army in that boat that's just completely bugged. Byzantium and Jerusalem have signed peace. And it looks like Jerusalem are possibly interested in retaking Jerusalem or Ascalon. They've got a lot of armies down here, so they've definitely got their eye on it. And it looks like Antioch are wanting Kerak as well. It'd be interesting to see if I could take that. Antioch also down here wanting to take this settlement. And they're slowly surrounding like Kufa and Baghdad. It's going to be interesting to see if they're actually able to take these settlements from them. There is a good chance that the Turks might survive if Antioch do keep losing battles, because there's only 54 turns left. There's only going to be one more part after this, so yeah, that would be interesting. And yep, Mad definitely fits him. Okay, so quite a lot has just happened there. Byzantium have declared war on Egypt. I doubt they'll be able to get any troops down all the way to Egypt, but whatever. Byzantium and Antioch are now allies, and Mongols and Jerusalem have signed a truce, and Byzantium and Venice have signed a truce as well. So yeah, that mad Byzantine leader, definitely mad. Here's the statistics again if you just want to see them. Yeah, so he's not interested in taking his capital. Remember, you cannot win unless you hold your capital. That's the rule. So, of course, the AI don't know that, so they're not going to be like super desperate to take the capital. But right now, the only factions that can win are Antioch and the Turks, and I guess Venice and the Mongols as well, because they're the only factions that have the capital. Byzantium doesn't matter how many settlements they have; if they do not take Constantinople, they cannot win. But speaking of the Turkish capital, they're not going to hold on to it for much longer, I don't think. Antioch, they've got a lot of soldiers around, they definitely do want it, and they want this as well. They just don't like. They might not even bother with the capital, they might just think, you can keep it, we'll just take everything else, because that's what they're doing by the looks of things. They've just got armies at every single one, and they're sieging this settlement down here as well. The Turks, they're struggling. And how are Jerusalem doing? Are they sieging Jerusalem? No, they're sieging the nearby castle. Like, there's just loads of armies around here, so yeah, I don't know who's going to come out favourite on this. I think it's going to be Jerusalem, but I don't know yet. And here we go, at the end of part 3. Looks like Jerusalem did destroy most of the Egyptian armies, and they are now sieging their old capital again, the city of Jerusalem itself, so they're probably going to want to reclaim that. Jerusalem and Byzantium are now at war. Byzantium have broken their alliance with Antioch, and Byzantium and Egypt have signed a truce. Egypt seems to have saved Kerak. I don't think there's been a battle yet, but they've definitely got enough soldiers to scare Antioch away. This settlement here is still under siege, and it looks like Antioch have a few units round who could easily pick off any of these settlements. Baghdad under siege, it looks like it did have a battle because this banner's gone very low down, so yeah, I think actually at the start of part 4 Baghdad is just going to fall right at the start of it. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this battle, this video. I mean, hope to see you in the next one. The final episode is part 4 and it should be out in about 2 or 3 days or something. Hope to see you in that one. Hope you've enjoyed the entire series so far, and goodbye.